It has not been a good day, man. Today just been a bad day. Anytime I come down to South Carolina, it's always a bad day for me. It's like everything just happened to go wrong. Every time I come down here, man. It's been 2 years since I've been driving. And within those 2 years, I probably done came down to South Carolina about eight or nine times. And majority of those times, every time I come down here, something went wrong. Now, usually, like if I get a load that might take me out of here, that means that I might pick up in like North Carolina and just pass through South Carolina, then there's really usually no issue. But if I ever get a load that delivers or picks up in South Carolina, I always have a problem. North Carolina, okay. But something about South Carolina, man, it just, I don't know, man. I think the state of South Carolina hates me. So let me get to the point. So I had a load that was going to put me at like 2,900 miles. One load that I pretty much would have delivered on Monday. Today is Wednesday. So I would have delivered it on Monday, and I would have still had Monday to Wednesday to pick up another load. I could have picked up a little quick short hopper, to put me over that 3,000 mile mark. It was from South Carolina, some small city, I ain't gonna mention it, all the way to another small little city in like Northern California, like maybe 30 miles from San Francisco. So I had a decent trip, man. I planned the trip out the day before. I was kind of like, yeah, man, in good spirits. I was like in good spirits because I was like, I haven't taken I-40 all the way across. Yeah, I usually take I-80 all the way across every time I go across the country, like I did this week. I just closed in on 2,800 miles within this week. So that load right there that I was just gonna pick up, that was gonna be like 2,900 miles. So within 2 weeks, I was pretty much gonna be over 5,000 miles, pretty much running solo. So yeah, man. Every time I come down here, man, I'm always having some kind of issue. Every time. The last time I came down here, my truck was working fine before I came down here. I had a load that I delivered, and I think I had just picked the load up, to be exact. I had just picked the load up in some little small town in South Carolina. So as soon as I picked the load up, I think I was on my way to pick the load up, I noticed that my truck was starting to try to give me problems. I was like maybe 4 to 5 miles away from the shipper where I needed to pick up. I seen that my regenerator light came on the dash. So I tried to regen the truck, put the truck in regen mode. But I tried to pull over. I did. My truck wouldn't regen for some reason. So I figured, okay, I got me a couple of miles ago. I picked the load up, and then there was a terminal right up the street. Now usually, you see the regen light on. Now the other trucks that I had, you can really roll for maybe 20 minutes before, it really shuts you down and the truck start moving slow. Depends on the truck. So I had enough time where I was trying to make it to the truck stop. And I made it to the truck stop. And when I parked or whatever, the truck wouldn't regen. So they sent the mechanic out to the TA where I was at, after I already pulled my truck into their shop to see can they regen it for me, to force the truck to regenerate. And they was pretty much saying that they couldn't do it. They tried to get into the computer system, and they were saying they was having issues with the Kenworth truck anyway. So I was stuck in South Carolina for 3 days when my truck broke down out of nowhere. Before that, I think I had a tire blowout or something like that. And then before that, I had issues with the load, where I had to sit about 8 hours at a shipper where the load's supposed to be preloaded. Man, it's always some issues. Like, I just have the worst of luck. I could probably write down everything that happened to me, man. Since everything bad that happened. Like, I haven't been injured or nothing, thank God. There's always something with the truck or the load. So, thank God for that. So I pretty much lost my 2,900 mile run. And the planner did the best they could. I don't say they did the best they can do, but I'm assuming they did the best that they can do. So he accommodated me with 2 pre-plans. In case you don't know what a pre-plan is. Pre-plan is, or a preset, I would say. Preset, pre-plan is pretty much your load. It's your load for, your next pickup. I got 2 presets, so I'm on the load right now that I picked up, that I'm picking up. Then I got another preset that's pending, both preloads. So I made it to this shipper today after I already started my clock and drove about 3 hours away from my last pickup. I did head for about 3 hours to come pick up right up the street. Actually, the factory that I was supposed to pick up is actually right across the street from here. And I get there, they told me the load was canceled. Another company picked the load up. Swift declined the freight, and they rejected it, and they gave back the load back to the shipper. So the shipper had somebody else pick the load up. Another company picked it up. Another driver came and picked it up. So I made it there to find out that the load is no longer available. So I drove 30 minutes away to the terminal because I'm thinking, okay, they ain't gonna find me on another load tonight. Maybe I'll pick up something tomorrow. So I drove to the terminal for about 30 miles away. And then I get this new 2 presets, the one that I'm on now. So I get here, the load's supposed to be preloaded. I already been sitting here for about an hour. The load was supposed to be preloaded, but they didn't have a trailer to load the freight. So I'm just still sitting here in the door for about an hour. I'm at the point where I'm about to get ready to probably go to sleep, man. I was supposed to stop and get me something to eat, but by the time they sent me the preset and I looked at how far I had to go with the load, only like 339 miles up to Virginia. So I was like, you know what, it's preloaded. I'll just pick the load up. Maybe I'll stop and get me something to eat, at the Loves or something that's right up the street from here. But get here, the load not even ready. Sitting in the door, it's preloaded. It was supposed to be preloaded, but I'm sitting in the door because they got the load on my trailer because they don't have any of them. So I'm just ready to get back on the West Coast, man. That's where I like to run anyway. I'm a West Side person, and where I lived in Chicago, I lived on the West Side. So I don't know, man. I'm a West Side person, so I like to run out west. I don't mind coming out east, but if I had my own choice to pick my own loads, I would decline any load that would go to any Carolina, whether it's North Carolina or South Carolina. I wouldn't go to neither one. I just can't do it, man. There's always something goes wrong. One time I came out here, I think they was having a flood. It was a hurricane down in Florida. But if you was in like the southeast region of the country, you can still feel the effects of them. And like if you was in like North Carolina or South Carolina, Georgia, you can feel the effects of the hurricane. So I came down here one time, man. The shipper was closed. It was shut down due to the flood because there was a heavy flood in there, the area. Like, man, it looked like swimming pools of water. When I went to some of them little small towns that I had to pass through or whatever. So I'm just still sitting here, man, waiting on them to load this truck up. Then hopefully I can get on out. Probably gonna play my game real quick, then I'm end up going to sleep. I ain't want to make this no long, boring video, but I just had to share my pain, share my story. Cause then, I don't know, I have the worst of luck coming to South Carolina, man. South Carolina or North Carolina. Everything went smooth when I made my delivery yesterday in North Carolina, actually. Well, was it South Carolina where I delivered? No, I delivered in South Carolina. No, I was in North. North Carolina, I'd be okay, but if I have anything where I gotta pick up or drop in South Carolina, it usually go bad. If I do anything in North Carolina, pick up or drop, I usually have no problem. It's always South Carolina. That's why I say, man, in my past life, I must have had a horrible time in South Carolina for some reason. Everything goes bad. And the energy is always off for me when I come down here. I don't like coming down here. I know when I do get my own truck next year, when I pick my own loads, I won't never come to any Carolina, North or South. I won't come to any one. I'll come this way, but I wouldn't come through here though, man. I just wouldn't. So I'm about to get ready and head out. I'm gonna end this video. It's been real, it's been great. Thanks for checking in with your boy Trucker States, man. I'm out. Peace.